can see here, like the bulbs are in the grass. So it's definitely not candles, the lighting here, because that would set the whole thing on fire.
Yeah, the problem with those low resolution paintings and drawings, that they could be edited, or and we just cannot see
Yeah,
all
they're
these
not
details and
photos.
stuff. So that's why I told you many times that I trust more the photographs. At least
Right.
anyways, photographs can be photoshopped, so
Yeah. Yeah. I know. But we have to do with what we got, right? And
yeah.
I'm just trying to do my best with the evidence we have. Sometimes I find some things that makes me question a lot of these stamps. Like, for instance, this one, right? This is supposedly a stereographic photograph of this place in the 1860s. It's the Place de la Concorde in Paris. And
So the
this,
photograph of 60s, right? And the
yeah,
place was erected in 1836, right?
they say so, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
remember, photograph of 60s, and they say this thing was constructed in 36. So this is, let me see. There's no date, but it's probably the 1800s. And you can see there's no obelisk, right? Okay,
Yeah.
here, there's an obelisk. And we don't have the date on this one either. And here, we have the obelisk without the thing around it. You see the problem?
Yeah.
And they're all illumination pictures, right? Look
That's
at
what I'm
this.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You cannot trust all those edited pictures,
No,
because
I
one
know.
one painter depicts something, and the other one just is working for his paycheck, and
Exactly.
who knows who is lying.
Yeah, but I do sometimes really like what they're showing. Like, look at this. This is before electricity in the 1800s, and the whole of Budapest is supposedly lit up by this technology. Like, look at all the houses, the bridge as well, and all of this lit up.
Yeah, really.
It's just crazy, and all the steamboats also, and yeah, all sorts of crazy things in these. Le Monde Illustre is a really good book of all sorts of old things, and this is called the Snake Comet because the rotation of the Earth just decided to go back and forth that day. So yeah, it's called the Snake Comet. I'll just see if I can find it. Something about serpent. It says so here. Yeah, they comment like serpent de feu, so like a fire snake. They call this, but it's a meteor. Interesting. Yeah. And all sorts of weird things with star forts also. Like when you see these old depictions of star forts, all the cannons are always active and they're shooting at something, and sometimes it's even at the people. Sometimes they even are turned towards the city. I don't know how to make sense of it, Philip. Much of it doesn't make sense. Like, cannons make no sense. And also I like to show these to Stellium.
Oh,
Yeah, giant elephants.
that's quite.
It's someone even bigger here. Look at that.
Just like a chess elephant.
Yeah, it's like in Lord of the Rings with the Oliphants. And this is supposedly something. This was found in a history book, so it's not like a satire book. It was in a the Duke of Albi. I think it's a Swiss duke, and in his historical collections, there were these drawings. So rather odd. There's supposed to be some historical connection to these drawings. Yeah, Solomon's Temple. Seen that before. Lady Mud probably showed this one before. This is one from the biblical series. You know those books. She has her whole series on them. Sacra Biblica, I think they're called. or Biblica Sacra. Yeah, it was originally some of the books I found on Gallica and sent to Martin, but yeah, who cares? They are just amazing, and that they're out there because they show a lot of things about Solomon's temple, which is odd. Just crazy the scale of this temple. And I can show you that a lot of people think there is only one Jerusalem, but it's pretty easy to show there are at least two. This is New Jerusalem, and not even Jerusalem, but they call this Jerusalem, and this is the new one, and this is the old one, also Jerusalem. And you can see it's two different layouts completely. They even they distinguish between them on the information to this picture. And here you have the large Solomon's temple, and you even have Starforts. Look at this. So Starfort's way older than gunpowder. So their Starfort narrative is busted right here. But yeah, it's easy to bust the Starfort narrative, of course. Nothing there. Yeah. So there's a lot of Jerusalems out there. I found at least 10 different ones. Moscow being one of them, of course, on old maps.
Yeah, a bunch of those, conspiracies of this name Jerusalem. And but I wanted to ask you about your Radio Tartary project. Just tell me, because I was pretty absent when you started it. What is the project about? What do you do there, and how regularly, and all this stuff.
Subscribe to Nathan Oakley, Flat Earthers. You'll do yourself a favor. I'll take you to my channel. Yeah, so the last episode, this one, Radio Tartary. I have a radio show that runs every Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. Central European Time, and it's on something called freedomslips.com, also called Revolution Radio. And you can tune into it live on the Studio B every Saturday, unless I'm doing something else. But I record them and I put them up here on my channel, and the last one I did was really good, I think, with one of my good friends called Armoro, or Nathan. And we talked about Tartary in America, and Nathan really has a lot of really good information about the Bible perhaps having taken place in America, and also that America was part of Tartaria, and how that all ties in together. And he has a lot of very interesting information about that, because he is together with a mate of his who is on the Obery Project. It's a series called the Obery Project on YouTube, which goes into Proto-Hebrew called Obery, and they try to study the Bible from that angle. And basically what that shows is that the Americas was the seat of the Old World, and there was a Moorish and also white natives there, and there were giant wars, and there was also a giant empire there, and it shows a lot of very interesting things. And Nathan and him, they have a show called The Everything Keys, where they discuss a lot of this information together with some other information. A very obscure man called D. Olivet, who has written a lot of books about the early Egyptians and the early Hebrews, and they're reading through his books. Fascinating information, really on the cutting edge of historical revisionism, and really throwing in some different takes on the biblical narrative as having taken place in America. But yeah, this is my channel, so I upload content every week.
Yeah, everybody, I'm gonna leave the link to Victor's channel in the description, so you can subscribe and check out his radio shows also.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, if you want me to come to some radio show, I might be able to do it some Sunday, some Saturday. That is pretty perfect. Your time that you set is pretty works
ideal.
Good for me.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, guys, thank you all for watching, and see you later. Bye.
Bye.